You see, the 13th step is not actually a step. It's a way of being. The culmination of the mastery of the first 12 steps to becoming rich. Mr. Hill refers to the sixth sense as the door to the temple of wisdom. The door exists for everyone. It's already there. You have to learn how to find it, open it, and go through it. Mr. Hill told us step by step how to do just that. We've made it to the final step on our road to riches. The sixth sense. Napoleon Hill refers to as the door to the temple of wisdom. The 13th step toward riches. In the beginning of the chapter, Napoleon Hill writes, the 13th principle is known as the sixth sense, through which infinite intelligence may and will communicate voluntarily without any effort from or demands by the individual. This principle is the apex of the philosophy. It can be assimilated, understood, and applied only by first mastering the other 12 principles. You see, the 13th step is not actually a step. It's a way of being. The culmination of the mastery of the first 12 steps to becoming rich. Mr. Hill refers to the sixth sense as the door to the temple of wisdom. The door exists for everyone. It's already there. You have to learn how to find it, open it, and go through it. Mr. Hill told us step by step how to do just that. He writes, step by step, through the preceding chapters, you have been led to this, the last principle. If you have mastered each of the preceding principles, you are now prepared to accept, without being skeptical, the stupendous claims made here. If you have not mastered the other principles, you must do so before you may determine definitely whether or not the claims made in this chapter are fact or fiction. So what is the sixth sense? Mr. Hill defines it as creative imagination, the medium of contact between the finite mind of man and infinite intelligence, the receiving set for hunches and inspirations, the way the infinite intelligence may and will communicate voluntarily without effort or demand. In episode 13, step 12, the brain, you learn about operating the receiving set. Here, you have completed the transformation into becoming it. You become a constant receiving set, tuned from within. This infinite intelligence may, through the principles of this philosophy, be induced to aid in transmuting desires into concrete or material form. Mr. Hill says the author has the knowledge because he has experimented with it and experienced it. Mr. Hill talks about the practical use of the sixth sense, which is refashioning one's character, overcoming the handicap of birth in an environment of ignorance and superstition. He introduces us to what he called his invisible counselors, forming a mastermind group in his own imagination. This group of admired figures with whose traits he wanted to emulate. He met nightly in his imagination, used to direct their subconscious through creative imagination. This is auto-suggested at its highest expression, the bridge to becoming a receiving set. This imaginary counsel, in its essence, is his practical process or the habit that he formed to reshape his own character. As I stated earlier, the door is there. The mastery of the 12 principles of how you find and open it. When there's no longer effort, but his character, the door will open. Mr. Hill writes, developing the sixth sense is slow. And he says to us, the sixth sense is not something that one can take off and put on at will. The ability to use this great power comes slowly through application of the other principles outlined in this book. But no matter who you are or what may have been your purpose in reading this book, you can profit by it without understanding the principle described in this chapter. This is especially true if your major purpose is that of accumulation of money or other material things. The starting point of all achievement is desire. The finishing point is that brand of knowledge which leads to understanding of self, understanding of others, understanding of the laws of nature, and recognition and understanding of happiness. Sort of understanding comes in its fullness only through familiarity with and use of the principle of the sixth sense. I started this series with 3 words: know, decide, do. Know what you truly want. Decide that you will pay the price required to have it, and do what is required to achieve it. The 12 principles compressed in 3 words is the way. Mr. Hill writes, the end of the chapter, repeat this experience from time to time, giving no concern as to how much or how little you learn at the time. And eventually you will find yourself in possession of a power that will enable you to throw off discouragement, master fear, overcome procrastination, and draw freely from imagination. Then you will have felt the touch of that unknown something, which has been the moving spirit of every true great thinker, leader, artist, musician, writer, statesman. Then you will be in position to transmute your desires into their physical or financial counterpart as easily as you may lie down and quit at the first sign of opposition. The 12 principles is the way. You can now live your new way of being, your new character. You can find the door that always been there and become the person who can walk through that door. But one thing still guards it. Next week is the true finale, the 6 ghosts of fear. Before you can put this philosophy into successful use, your mind must be prepared to receive it. See you next week.